Ever since the beginning of man, there has always been some sort of organized religion amongst human beings. These religions have served several purposes in the past. A sense of community, a sense of togetherness, a sense of belonging, a sense of family. In today's world now, people worship false idols. Case in point.
And here's maybe this is a bit bad. Here's where the famoose would start. So it'd be good. Like I had a lot of girls who worked for me, and the best was like the Ukrainians or the Russians. It was amazing because they'd get some guy, fall in love, they'd arrange the day to meet, all this shit. I need a visa. Okay, get a visa. I need money for a visa. Okay, how much is a visa? It's $900.
Oh
no, but it's not $900 because I went to the embassy. They think I'm a risk, and I need a return flight there and back, and I need a hotel. I need to have spending money in my bank account. They won't let me come. Or how much you need? All right, 10 grand. Boom, it's 10 G's. Boom, thanks.
Wow.
Go to the embassy, take a picture outside the embassy, boom, come back. They rejected my visa. They said we have to wait 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they'll give it to me. Okay, baby, boom. 2 more weeks of tips. Boom, 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 boom. Because now he thinks he's going to fuck, right? He thinks he get the girls. Now he's spending more than ever. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks come. Some other problem. Whether it's visa, whatever. We make up some bullshit, right?
All these OnlyFans chicks can learn from you, man.
Oh, man,
no,
bro,
but you know, like a free
people watch
free OnlyFans tutorial.
Yeah,
here in the DMs.
people would say, why did those girls work for you? Because the girls would work for me, and at 50%, because it was 50-50, would make millions per month. If they worked for themselves, they'd make fucking nothing. I was the best in the fucking game. What? Me, and I had a whole team of staff.
Yeah,
the girl would only work 6 or 7 hours a day online.
So how did it end?
Bro, the story's just begun.
Oh,
you want me to tell you? I can shut up if you want.
Wait, you could have double dipped and started a coaching to coach these guys too, right?
I could have, but fuck, I'll give it all for free because I'm rich already. But so the girl would be online for 6 or 7 hours, but then when she logged off, was sleeping or whatever, on her WhatsApp, I'd have staff. She was online 24 hours a day. Her WhatsApp, her this. She was famoosing when she was asleep. We were bringing in money from the fucking sky. We were promising all these meetings, all these pictures outside of embassies, all this shit. Eventually, the girl, what she would do is she'd say, oh, I don't want to go embassy. She'd give a really lame excuse to try and provoke the man to get angry. So she'd say, the embassy want me to come back, but I have a headache. That was the one we'd use.
Now, before we go any deeper, make sure you hit the bell notification, subscribe, and lastly, hit the like button to make sure that this video gets out to others just like yourself who want to learn and not lose. This video is brought to you by Ledger. Ledger is the leading worldwide manufacturer of crypto cold storage wallets. The fact of the matter is, the vast majority of you, well over 80% to be exact, don't have your own cold storage wallet, which means that no matter how much crypto you have, your money is not protected at all. It can be stolen at any moment. Now, the way it works, you take your crypto off of whatever exchange it's on and you put it on to your ledger. Now, as you can see here, we have 3 different models we're looking at. The first one is the Ledger Flex, which is down there on the left. The first touchscreen wallet. Second is the Ledger Stacks. And the last one is the Ledger Nano Range, which is the original Ledger wallet. It doesn't matter which one you go with because they all do one thing, which is protect your crypto. You can compare the wallets though if you want. And as you can see here, physically secure your transaction with Ledger crypto wallets. Look at this illustration right here. Shows the phone and the digital wallet. Look. You can see basically how your phone and digital wallet interact and communicate with each other. Thousands of supported coins and tokens, no matter if it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, stable coins, Solana, and much, much more. Ledger Live, that's the crypto campaign app for your wallet. Now, you can do so much within the app. And the app, it's a feature that's come out over the last couple of years. But within it, you can buy, sell, and swap coins with confidence. You can also stake your crypto and earn rewards on it. Seriously. And lastly, most importantly, stay on top of your assets. Now, you can find a link for Ledger in the description of this video. It's also on our homepage. Go there and protect your currency, your money, your livelihood, your future today. As you can see here, I made my first video on the Tate Boys Daddy meme coin a year ago this month. In this episode, we're going to look at how it has performed in the year since its launch. We're also going to take an in-depth look at how all of the coins and tokens that they have endorsed have been performing thus far, because that's what we do. First, I'm going to share one clip with you.
On the celebrity, actually, I have a couple things, but we didn't even talk about this. Is you sort of showed up like 2 months ago to crypto, and a lot of people think
I've been in crypto forever.
So let me finish the question. Is you showed up and pivoted like pretty hard, Twitter content, what you're talking about, podcast interviews, to crypto, and a lot of people think like Andrew Tate showed up with, you know, Sexy Red and Jason Derulo, and you're just like another one of them. But I'm aware, and I think some people, but not most, aren't aware of like your extensive history in crypto. And I'm kind of curious, like, for as much as you want to share, like when, how, and like why did you get into crypto?
I think it was the first bull run. I can't remember if it was 2016. When did Bitcoin first go to 20,000? Was that 2016?
I feel like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, that bull run. I was in at 3,000 then. And then there was the COVID crash where it went back down to 4,000. And I put a public tweet out saying I'm buying 500,000 at that price.
Really?
Yeah, that's all on my old Twitter. You can see it. And then I'd been in crypto for a while. I've been in Ethereum since $200. I made the most money on PancakeSwap.
That's crazy.
I was in Pancake.
People don't know that. Like, why don't you like just talk about that?
I was in PancakeSwap at like 50 cents.
Why don't you talk about it?
And there was a time when I was printing like $500,000 every 3 or 4 days from PancakeSwap. And I was sitting around saying, this is not real.
This is not real, yeah.
This is ridiculous. And it went up to $30, $40 something before I sold. Or maybe I sold at $18. I can't remember exactly. I sold a bunch of it. But I didn't talk about crypto because I didn't believe there was any lessons in it for people. And also, once again, I feel like I have massive responsibility. And I didn't want to say to people at home, hey kids, I'm a millionaire. My life's great. I bought a coin.
Yeah.
I think that's very irresponsible. Now, there's lots of dickhead celebrities who will do that, but I think that's one of the worst, most destructive things you can do to a young man is to tell him the only way to get out of the matrix is to gamble, because it's gambling. There's so many coins launched every day. It's effectively a gamble. You have to win the lottery. I think that it's much better to tell them that it needs to be hard work and et cetera, which is why I'm doing the project I'm doing now, because hard work is linked to it. I'm going to make sure that hard work is involved in the coin, because I refuse to tell people just buy it and just make money
what
easy.
Mr. Tate just said, to work. That's what he said. Now, look, as of today, Wednesday, July the 30th, we can see that the price per Daddy coin is just over 3.5 cents. It's down 3.5% over the last 24 hours. I'm in the top left-hand corner, gentlemen. You can see that its current market cap is $22 million. And we can also see here that the trading volume over the last 24 hours is down 25% at a little over 1 million. The total supply of Daddy tokens is 599 million, and the maximum supply that there will ever be is just under 1,990 million tokens. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Now we can see here that there are a lot of tokens that have not been minted yet. Okay, well over 400 million, just over half have been minted thus far. Over the last week, it gets interesting. Look, you can see it's up just under 50% in the last week alone. Wow, Professor Kane, that's awesome, right? Oh, yeah, of course. If you bought in exactly a week ago on the 24th of July, yeah, you won. You're winning right now. If you bought in prior to that, there's a good chance you're not. As you can see here, the high over the last week, 41 cents. I'm sorry, 4.1 cents. Big difference. Now, if you go deeper, over the last month, we can see it's still up just under 18%, 17.9%. Now let's go deeper. Wait a minute, I want to show you something else here. Over the last year, we can see that it is actually down 61% in the last year. Its high over the last year, 16.5 cents on October the 14th. Okay, now if you bought when I put out the first video and sold by the 14th, you won and you made a shitload of money. If you held on and didn't sell anything, I don't know. Let me know. Chime in the comments. But we can see that trading volume on that day alone, just under $20 million. Now, all time, Daddy Coin is down 84%. Oh my God, this is horrendous. Look at this. And you still think they're experts? Do you? Fair use.
Andrew Tate is a grifter, alleged human trafficker, and unfortunately, and this is true, a CoffeeZilla fan.
CoffeeZilla, who I actually kind of respected and had a brain.
That is until I investigated him. Now he's having a meltdown and doesn't like me anymore.
This is my statement to you, CoffeeZilla. You're a nobody's scared of your investigation. I don't give a about your video. I don't respect your journalism.
Ah, yes. The normal reaction for people who don't care. Melting down on Twitter about how not worried you are. We'll come to Tate's mental breakdown in a moment, but you should know this isn't Tate and I's first run-in. He didn't like it when I exposed his get-rich-quick scheme over a year ago, but this time Tate stepped into my territory. Said he was going to launch a crypto coin. So I immediately pointed out that over a year ago, Tate said that he didn't need to rob his fans, and he wasn't going to launch a coin. Tate replied, "Imagine being such a great detective you can't detect a joke." Now, I'll admit that one stung a little bit, and when I did some research, I realized I had been tricked.
Are you going to launch your own crypto?
No, I'm never going to launch a crypto. I just like to with crypto Twitter. Because crypto Twitter are full of the biggest degenerate losers on the planet. They're losers. Crypto is the only scenario I can think of where you can make a whole bunch of money while benefiting society zero.
Well, there you have it. I mean, I can apologize. I can admit when I'm wrong. Clearly, it was a joke. Tate would never actually scam people with a coin. Oh, turns out he did multiple times, and now is planning to launch a coin if you stay subscribed to his get-rich-quick scheme. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to investigate it. But first, we have to catch up with the Tate brothers. What have they been up to besides getting arrested? Most people know the Tates from clips talking about the Matrix, politics, and feminism, but the two brothers have made almost all their money from something else. According to Tate, the way they got rich was webcams. Taking advantage of lonely men, they bragged about it.
And me and my brother eventually...
Did you hear what he just said? He told you that Andrew Tate made the majority of his money, practically all of his money, scamming single men out of their money. That's still your idol?
Andrew and his brother promoted. See what kind of fixing they got up to. Starting with Roost. Honestly, this is your textbook Ponzi coin. Exactly the type of thing Tate would call a scam a year ago. But now, he and his brother heavily promoted it over multiple videos. They even had flyers in their videos. And of course, during the promotion, the price did well. But when it was over, Roost is now down over 90%. Not only that, Roost's treasury wallet got hacked. So the community literally got scammed. And to make it worse, the guy who got hacked was anonymous. So remind me what Andrew Tate doesn't like about crypto again?
Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little
Oh, the same thing he promoted. But of course, Tate claims that he doesn't hold coins, he doesn't endorse coins, and he makes zero money. That is until other crypto promoters got tired of his grift and called him out for doing the same paid promotions they were doing. But you don't have to believe that guy. You can also look at the time Tate got exposed for trying to get Barron Trump to let him buy Donald Trump tokens at a lower price. In exchange, he'd pump it. So much for not owning coins, I guess. That was brought to my attention by Zach XBT, who also pointed out that Tate promoted something called Venom blockchain. His brother talked about it on a live stream.
Bitcoin, ETH, exciting stuff like Venom Network.
And of course, that price is down as well. Tate also promoted F Madonna token. And of course, that ended badly too. This stuff is such garbage. Here's another one of Tate's coins, which is down over 90% as well. Or you can look at this coin, Daddy token. You know, which makes sense given that Tate is sick of crypto being infantile, childish, and degenerate. And that's just the start of it. That's just the sludge you have to walk through to get to the main token. The main project Tate keeps promising, which is real world token. All of those others,
Everything else that he's promoted is shit, but this one last token is the one above all others. Let's see it.
I believe Tate were just promotions. Tate claims that this is the coin he's actually behind, and it's tied to his paid course. It used to be called Hustlers University. Now it's called The Real World. Now, this has always kind of been the biggest part of Tate's businesses, this get-rich-quick scheme. But the problem with monthly subscriptions is, of course, that people drop out. They leave. And so the Tates have always tried tactics to get people to stay. Like they've said, Hustlers University was closing. It's almost full.
We do have a cap. So anyone who quits or leaves at any time, if the cap is reached while you're not subscribed, you're not getting in. Don't give a shit.
That's it. We're closing.
We're closing.
But now the new angle is this real-world token. Tate is promising a crypto airdrop to people who subscribe and stay subscribed to his monthly get-rich-quick course.
It's also very important for you people who think you can join for a month and quit the real world and just go back to being a nobody. No. You have to stay inside to increase your rank, to get your power level. Because if you quit and then you rejoin, you lose all your power points. So why would you lose all your power points to save $49? It doesn't even make sense.
Okay, so Tate's new plan is that you buy a get-rich-quick course, gain power points, you have to stay subscribed to keep your power points, and then they say they will pay you a percentage that their school makes.
The goal is that you can buy the token and own a percentage of the school. So imagine you sign up for the real world, you start to make money, you focus on your tasks, then you can invest that money in the real world token and get paid every single month a monthly dividend from the profits of the school.
All right. I think I get it. So you got the people at the bottom, they're paying up into the course, into the school. Then you got the people higher with higher power levels. They're making money from people at the bottom with the coin. And then all that money flows up. It's just kind of this nice little pyramid scheme. Come
Well
to think of
said,
it,
CoffeeZilla. A pyramid scheme, a Ponzi scheme, complete and utter bullshit. That's exactly what it is. Bravo. I'm going to link this entire video in the description of our video. You can go there and watch it in its entirety. Now, I showed you all of that to prove to you that not only are these guys not to be idolized in any way, shape, or form, they are not to be followed. They are not experts at all in anything except for marketing. Now, my channel on the opposite end of the spectrum just turned 4 years old. And as you can see here, I've made exactly 245 videos to teach all of you and to show you how to make money right now in real life, in real time. And you can see here, I currently have 1,700 subscribers. That is all of you that are subscribed and watch, but have been learning from me, from my insight, from my experiences, from my knowledge for the last 4 years. Now, if you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for your own BiFi account using my official link that you can see right there. And when you do so, you're going to save 10% on all transaction fees, but much, much bigger than that. You're going to have access to coins and tokens that you cannot get anywhere else, and just as big as that. You're going to have the opportunity to earn rewards to the tune of over $8,100 that you can use for pretty much whatever you want. That's what we do. Now, I'm not here to knock Andrew Tate nor his brother. I mean, they're just doing what they know how to do, and that's grift. Also, make sure you get your own Ledger wallet while you're at it. But it's up to you to decide if you want to follow them, or if you want to think for yourselves, if you want to support scam artists, or if you want to support legitimate, valuable, life-changing institutions, such as this channel, because that's what we are. You have to decide this for yourself right now. Just as it has always been throughout our history, women have the luxury of not being held accountable for their actions, but we're men. You're a man. We're all men. And we don't have that luxury. We must be held accountable for the decisions that we make. And if not, we will suffer for it. Don't forget that ever. What we're scrolling through right here is my library from the beginning, very first video back in 2021. And you can see everything that we've done. I've got receipts for all of it. I've got students that are multimillionaires who learn from watching our channel. And we're just started. Now, if this video has been of value to you, you learned something, and my channel as a whole, show your appreciation and your support in the way that has the most impact. And that, of course, is financially. Now, you can do so by making a contribution of any stable coin to the address you see right there and highlighted. Anything on Ethereum, Polygon, or Binance, whether it be USDT or USDC. Basically, we use this money as fuel to be able to allow us to continue to create life-changing content for all of you. It's what we've been doing for the last 4 years. With your support, and only with your support, we're going to continue to do so. Until next time, get in there and make it happen.